Today we're going to return back to looking at the reactions of acids and alkalis. So we're looking particularly at making soluble salts from a metal carbonate or oxide or hydroxide or the pure metal itself reacting with the acid. So we're going to do making a soluble salt. Now, because it's a soluble salt and we want to see if we've actually made it or not, we're going to have to then evaporate off our liquid and collect the salt, which we will then be able to look at the salt crystals of. Now, that's going to be a two-part experiment. So we'll do a part 1 and a part 2 of it.
Yeah.
And in addition, we're doing this preparation video to show you what you need. So what you will need is safety glasses are absolutely essential for this one. Okay. So if you haven't got a science kit with some safety glasses in, then DIY goggles will do nicely. Okay,
Yeah.
I will be wearing some safety glasses over the top of my own glasses. Okay. Anyway, so something that covers your eyes to protect them from any spills of acid and any foaming and frothing, because what you're going to be doing is making a soluble salt with vinegar, preferably a clear vinegar so that you can see what you're doing. That can be obviously some kind of distilled vinegar or white wine vinegar. Sodium carbonate is a metal salt. So if you check out your textbooks, where this is a required practical for GCSE, for those of you who do GCSE, and in the textbook here, it says the required practical. And it says soluble salts made with reacting a metal with an acid or an insoluble base, such as a metal oxide, a metal hydroxide, or a metal carbonate. Okay, so this is sodium bicarbonate, known as bicarbonate of soda, which you can buy from your food store. Alternatives to this this is calcium carbonate.
Chalks.
Okay, for those of you who do gymnastics or rock climbing, then your climbing chalk or your gymnastics chalk will be magnesium carbonate. Okay, so magnesium carbonate is also an option. Magnesium carbonate climbing chalk doesn't actually cost that much, and you can buy it online from climbing suppliers and hiking shops online and get it delivered. It's very cheap if you want to buy it. It is actually cheaper than buying chalks and using them, although other manufacturers of chalk are available and you can buy cheaper ones, so that'll be fine. Other things that you could use are clean eggshells or shells if you've got a collection of shells, but you'll have to grind them up using some kind of mortar and pestle device. We're going to use this on the climbing chalk anyway. Okay, so we've got a mortar and pestle. Other things that you could use for climbing chalk are a grater.
That's great.
Thank you. And obviously a rolling pin to smash up shells or lumps of chalk if you've got it in the garden to react it with. If you have got marble chips in your borders, then you can actually use... Yeah, they don't sound very tasty. You can actually use a handful of marble chips. You'll have to leave it to react for a lot longer because they're lumpy.
Marble.
No, you
Why
can't.
would you make marble chips if you can't eat marble?
Seriously, are we going to go there?
Yeah.
Okay, you will need the obligatory small saucepan for warming up, because we're going to create a water bath and warm up our acid slightly before we use it to make it react more quickly. We're going with our conical flask shaped jam jars. Other jam jars are available.
Because we've now managed to get two.
Yeah, they have multiplied during lockdown.
We might be able to get three.
Apparently we've got a third one on the way. This is good. Okay, so conical flask shaped jars. This is going to be a really useful shape of jar to have if you can get hold of it and keep hold of the lids.
They're jam jars.
Because we're going to do some more practical work with those next time, and we're going to have a go at collecting the gas that comes off and testing it. And we're really excited about the prospect of doing that. So we're going to do this experiment in two parts, and in addition we're going to show you what happens if you use a slightly stronger acid. So we've got some hydrochloric acid, because we can get hold of it, but don't try this one necessarily at home, okay? And that, I think, is about it. We go with the standard pipette type things. Tweezers type things are always useful to have around, and of course your obligatory stirring stick, which is a wooden chopstick. Remember that the ones that you get from medicine bottles are available and useful too, so you can use any pipettes that you've got handy. The pipettes are not necessary this time, I don't think, but we're going to use some indicator solution in ours so that you can see what's going on with the indicator solution. We've got a bit of an upgrade from red cabbage indicator. We've gone for the universal indicator solution. Okay, so that's upgrade 1.
But we've also got some of the paper.
Yeah, we've gone for ordering some more of this online, and so now we have a full stock of it. So we've got, that's that many papers. A lot, yes. A lot. Okay, so do remember though that if you do decide to go and buy some of this equipment, that you probably want to buy it as a group and not actually one for yourself, because you won't need that many. And they need to be kept in a dark environment. Why do they need to be kept dark, do you think?
Because they're vampires.
Yes, exactly. So I tend to keep this in a dark cupboard as well. So these kept in cupboards and shut away in the dark, because they fade with sunlight, as a lot of things do, and obviously we're looking for colour changes. So. Yeah. Okay, so for the second half of the experiment you are going to need a funnel.
Funnel?
Yeah, a food funnel will do you nicely. And a coffee filter paper of some description,
like
if you get it. Yeah, it's a bit like a hat. Yeah, so coffee filter papers are good for this one. What can we use instead of coffee filter paper if you haven't got one? I'm not sure. Muslin might do it, but coffee filter paper is the bee's knees when it comes to this.
Bee's knees.
Yeah, you need to just buy a packet of coffee filter papers and share them out amongst if you're all doing the experiments. Okay, so I think that's our prep video finished.
Yeah, and if you are doing the practicals, it would be nice if you leave a comment saying what you thought of them and whether you did them or not.
Good point, yes. And don't forget to like us, share us, and
subscribe
to us, yes.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the actual practical video once you've got your equipment. Okay, off you go. Bye.
Yeah, bye.